Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! This is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you in the month of December, since it is Christmas time and the holiday time, about where on earth is Carmen Sandiego the last season? I can't remember. I think this last season is probably 4 or 5. Let's just say 5. The episode, just like old times. So this is a Christmas episode. And just like I said in the Halloween episode, I loved Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego from the 90s. The Fox Kids cartoon on Saturday mornings. It was a highly intense, like action-packed, educational show. And I loved it. And what's so weird is that it was an educational show that wasn't even on PBS. And so, like, this cartoon series was just like amazing and stuff. You learned so much stuff. And, and it's just like you learn more on this cartoon series than you ever will in school, college, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's because of the game it's based off of. It started off as like computer games. And then it later went into like a live action game show for little kids and stuff. And it had 2 of those. Then it had this cartoon series, and then about 20 years later, it had a reboot on Netflix. I still can't get into the reboot. I'm going to try to rewatch it for the 3rd time. I think now it's been canceled because, Netflix does the whole 3-season thing and stuff like that. And so, like, with this episode, it basically just starts off with Zach and Ivory. They're in New York, Rockefeller. And they're skating around and they're just like looking at the Christmas tree and stuff like that. And Zach doesn't know how to ice skate, and Ivory does. So of course she teases him. He's all like, he's gonna be like a pro because he's been listening to these tapes overnight, the whole subliminal message thing. And he said after listening to them at night, he'll be learning how to like skate in no time. I tried that before, not with skating, but I think like studying like spelling words, because I remember someone said that like, okay, if you listen to spelling words at night as you're sleeping, it like gets in your memory and you remember. It didn't work for me. I had to do it the old-fashioned way, like during the day, just study repeatedly and stuff like that. But it did not work for me. And so like, they get like an alert that Carmen is in Germany and she's at a satellite station thing. These towers she's looking to steal. And so Zach and Ivy, they C4 or C5 on over there. And yeah, C5. They C5 on over there. And so they try to stop her. And they do eventually stop her. But no, not Germany. They're in Greenland. My bad. She shows up in Germany later on. But anyway, she's in Greenland. Now, when they go there, Zach is all like, he wishes Greenland will live up to his name, but it's not. It's funny. I remember when I was watching the second Mighty Ducks movie, I learned that like Greenland is actually very cold and snowy, and Iceland is actually not. So I don't know why they named those two that way. So anyway, they're there, they're trying to catch Carmen. She's on top of the tower. She gets off, she runs off, and they chase her, but they don't know where she's at now. And then they see like a little stream of water going down the snow, and it leads into a cave. So they go into the cave, right? And there they see Carmen. And so she gets in her sub and she tries to get away. They jump on the sub, but the sub, of course, is going down in ice water. So Ivory jumps off, but Zach's foot is stuck like normal. So he goes down underneath and she goes after him. Now you gotta remember, they're in the freezing cold water. Even though the water has not frozen over, it's still freezing cold. And so she rescues him and she tells him they need her to get home and get him warm because hypothermia is gonna set in. And that's one thing you never want. So when they head back to the Atman Detective Agency, they're there and they're drinking cocoa and they're talking about like Christmas time and stuff. And the chief is a computer program. Now, in like the game show, she was like an actual woman, but in this version, he's a man and he's just a computer program, AI. And so he's coming down with a cold. So Zach tells him to run like some tests on him and stuff like that. They leave, and then next thing you know, over at Carmen's place, she's downloading the chief, and she reveals that because the thing is, it's weird because when she stole the satellite towers, she didn't leave a clue behind, and she always leaves a clue because she wants the hunt of the chase. She wants them to try to catch her and stuff, and she didn't do that. But she reveals that she was there because they need the equipment to steal the chief program. Because what she wants is that every Christmas they her and the chief, when she was an Acme detective, they used to play chess, and that's what she wants to do again. So it's one of those sentimental like Carmen episodes where she's not so villainous and stuff. But then they realize they almost lose him in the download, and when they get him, he's lost half of his memories for over like 2 decades and stuff, and he didn't even know Carmen left Acme to become a thief. So he thinks she's still a detective and everything. And so all of a sudden, he gets a message from like Zach and Ivory. And she tells him that, oh yeah, Zach and Ivory, they're like the two newest thieves in like the world and stuff. And so they send Carmen this like picture. And in there are several pictures that you're supposed to like. It's basically like this. I forgot what it's called in the game you play, but it's a bunch of pictures. Kind of like Pictionary. And so you try to sound out what the pictures are, and it makes like a phrase or a word. And so her goons are having a hard time figuring it out. But she realizes that what is it? Oh, it's has to do with the Messiah, and that's something that Jesus is known as. And so there's a Handel before that, and there's a composer with the last name Handel and stuff. So the clue is to go to like the British Museum and steal it and stuff. So she thinks that's what Zach and Ivy want her to do. Now, for some bizarre reason, she's going along with whatever Zach and Ivory's doing. So they know the chief is gone, and they sent Carmen a clue, but she's just playing along for some bizarre reason. So it was kind of like a weird episode. Like she's literally walking into their trap, and so she goes there. She steals the book, but it's not Zach and Ivory. It's two other detectives from Acme, which is something very rare you see. Like you normally, it's the show revolves around Zach and Ivory. But there are detectives and stuff. And this one is London's first Acme detective. So they're older and stuff. Other Acme detectives are like teens because of like the whole game show and stuff. So she steals it, but then she falls down like something. Like a hole in the floor or something like that. And then when we see her, she's flying up with her umbrella like helicopter. And she says, "Mary Poppins, eat your heart out." But wouldn't it be Batman's penguin? Because he's the one with the propeller to like his umbrella. But oh well. So while she's back at her place and everything, and she's just stolen the book, like the chief program is starting to deteriorate because of that virus and stuff. And so they get like another clue from Zach and Ivory. And so of course the goons once again can't figure it out. And so like it has to do something with like I forgot what was it. Something had to do with a witch in Italy. Something. God, I can't remember right now. But yeah. So it's a clue that has to do with Italy, and it's a witch. And so they're bringing up witches in Italy. And so like, what is it? So there's a famous witch in Italy because in Italy, kids don't believe in Santa. They believe in a witch called La Befana. And so with La Befana, the legend goes like this. She was just like a witch, and she was following the three kings as they were following the star. But she gets lost. And so then she flies around on a broomstick and deliver gifts to like children and stuff like that. And so, but I don't think she goes to, no, and then she has to go to Rome for some reason. Something was in Rome. God, what was it? I can't remember. Um Something, it was something with a cannon. Oh no, I remember. It's a cannon and stuff. They want her to steal like a cannon. And so like no. Jeez, I can't remember now. It's been a good while. Okay, so all I know is this. They has something to do with Italy. And then a cannon. So in the picture, there's a cannon. And so she has them cross-reference like cannons and Italy. And it comes to Rome. In Rome, they shoot off cannons for like the holy season and stuff. And so like, um, yeah, it's something she steals like a cannon. I don't know why they want her to steal a cannon, but they do. So she goes to Rome and she steals the cannon. And while she's there, there's two other at-me detectives there. My bad. I'm getting like a brain fart like blonde moment. I can't like remember, but I remember they wanted her to steal a cannon. So she goes to Rome and she steals a cannon. So she's in her little plane device thing and she's standing on the cannon as the cannon's attached to ropes. And then she literally almost falls again. Like she's off her rocker in this episode. And so the at-me detectives, they save her, but she still gets away with the cannon. But then this was so interesting. The at-me detectives, when she gets away with the cannon, they're excited for some reason. I'm like, okay, what is going on in this episode? Because clearly she's being set up. And then so when she's back at her place again, no, she's not at her place. She's at her her helicopter hideout thing. So anyway, when she's in her helicopter thingy, they give her another clue. And there's a bunch of other pictures, and there's a picture of the White House being blown up with a cannon or something like that. And so the clue with this one is Old Tannenbaum, and that's German for like Christmas tree. And so the goons are like, well, they want you to go to like, Germany and steal like a Christmas tree and stuff like that. But she decides, no, because she's skating on thin ice with this case. So she's, what is it? She decides to go to New York and steal like that tree. Because no, wait, no, wait. It wasn't Germany they wanted her to go to. They had a picture of the White House being blown up. So she assumed that they wanted her to steal the tree at the White House. At the White House, they do like this huge Christmas tree lighting thing. But she doesn't want that one. She wants the one from New York, Rockefeller. And the reason for that is because Zach and Ivory actually sent her a message. And Zach said, you're skating on thin ice, Carmen. So she goes to Rockefeller. And of course, the at-me detectives are all there. Every single last one of them that she's encountered, and Zach and Ivory. And Zach tells her that they set her up because when he told her in the message that she's skating on thin ice, that was a subliminal message that reminded her of earlier in the episode when he fell in the ice water and stuff like that. And with the whole Christmas tree thing, she is able to get away. Somehow she attached a rocket to the Christmas tree. Similar to that of the Joker. I don't get it. So when she gets away, the at-me detectives, they're all still excited because Zach tells the cop that like he placed a tracking unit on the Christmas gifts. And so like, because they knew Carmen stole the chief and that he's at her place on her computer, but they don't know where her house is at until now because she's gonna head back there now that she has her Christmas tree. So all the at-me detectives, they head to Carmen's place. She gets away like usual, but then she leaves the detectives like a gift. It's a little Carmen doll, and they play it and they pull the string, and it's all like the only Carmen you'll catch is this one. Merry Christmas. And then so it ends and they save the chief and all this other stuff. All in all, it's a pretty enjoyable episode. It's a little weird at times because it's kind of like she's too smart to fall for that crap. But even though they set her up, then she eventually set them back up. and stuff like that. But she left all the stuff that she stole, so they're just gonna return it. You know, it's weird. She's the world's greatest thief, but they always manage to get the stuff that she steals, but they're never able to catch her. So why is she so great if she doesn't even get to keep the stuff that she steals? You know what I'm saying? But all in all, like I said before, this is a very enjoyable episode. You learn so much. I remember when I learned about La Befana when I was in college. There was this Italian girl, and I told her about it and stuff, and you know, and it's you learn so much more from this show than you ever will in school, and it's quite a shame, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? It's a great cartoon series. I don't think it's on streaming, but it is on DVD. And of course, they got the new Netflix reboot, which is completely different. It's a spy thriller drama instead of like this educational like crime show type thing. Bah humbug! That was a good episode. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.